Just a lot of maturity and connection, resiliency. We're a team of great character, and we obviously have a lot of players with a lot of God-given ability who've played a lot of football, and so we got a good thing going. We got a great leadership in Coach Bielema, on down to the coordinators and captains and all the way down. We have a lot of trust in what I'm doing, and likewise, trickling on down. So I didn't play our best, I don't think, at all, and that's good. We've learned a lot, and going to move forward and keep on playing, and very excited about it.
Playing number one, when you think about grown-up football player,
Yeah.
that's a list of things you want to do.
Yeah.
You played, what's that like for you coming up?
It's cool. I mean, the bottom line is I got a job to do. There are going to be 11 guys on that field when I show up, next Saturday, and I got a job to do, and I better go do it well. And I'm going to prepare very well, and very excited. I don't take it for granted whether I'm playing, a little league team or, like you said, the number one team. Regardless, there's going to be 11 of us, 11 of them, and I got a job to do. I'm going to go do it well, and I hope my teammates will do the same. I know they will, and I'm just going to prepare very well and control the controllables, and it should be exciting. I'm really excited for the environment coming up, and just a culmination of a lot of great things, coming into that stadium next Saturday. I think, man, I'm just really excited. It'll be really fun.
Luke, I'm not comparing them as players, but the reliability and the number of plays they make, is Hank similar to what you had in Pat a year ago?
For sure, yeah. Guys who are obviously very gifted, but just play with a lot of freedom and trust, play fast. Two guys who are different players, but just the bottom line is I was good last year because I trusted the people around me, offensive line, and Pat and Zakari especially. They're very gifted, and it's the same thing this year. I'm playing well and doing good things because I trust the people around me, and very comfortable in what we're doing, the people I'm doing it with, and I don't have a doubt, when I go out in that field, and very thankful for that. The work we put in, work ethic, eliminates fear, and we've certainly put in our part, and so we're just out there playing free, and I go out there just so excited just to play the game I love. So Hank and Pat, not similar players, I guess, but similar trust factors there, and they bring their own thing to the game that's very special.
How do you feel you elevated your game?
Yeah, I don't know. The game's just slowing down for me. Obviously, I've gotten better as a physical quarterback for sure, but again, it's the intangibles. I trust. I see the field very well. I'm very comfortable back there. I've played with the same, 5 or 6 or 7 or offensive linemen for the past 2 years now, 3 years even, and just been with the same coordinator for a while. Just a lot, just trust and confidence and comfortability, just stacking days, and I believe in myself greatly. I believe I'm very gifted, and a lot of good things kind of just culminating into what you see on the field. So. I've been in college for 5 years, seen it all, good and bad, and using the good and bad to be better in said day, in the individual moment in the day. I'm maximizing everything I got. So just praise God for gifting me for all the abilities I got. And I'm just there to thank Him in the ordinary things, and the way I lead, the way I encourage, the way I communicate, the way I play hard for Him.
Luke, walk me through where your head was this week, knowing that TJ was probably going to be starting center and be without Bruce.
I was, when you're without a captain in general, offense or defensive, it's not great, obviously. A guy who's played, a lot of starts in a row, and a leader, a communicator, a guy a centerpiece of our organization. And so to have him not out there is difficult, but nobody had a doubt at all or was worried about TJ going in and doing his deal. A guy who has been really Kreutz's, he has just shadowed Kreutz in everything that Kreutz has done over the past however many years. They're inseparable people because they play the same position, but they're good friends, and he's learned a lot, and he's maximized all of his opportunities, whether it's in practice, in the off season, and out there on that field today to be his best. He's very gifted and very intelligent. And didn't even notice that Kreutz wasn't out there because we were just doing some good stuff out there with TJ, and had no worries, no fear, and so excited for him. That's the highlight of the day for sure.
Can you walk me through how you and Hank went from reading each other in 23 to this connection that's really profound out there?
Yeah, Hank's just been so dependable and consistent since the day I met him. A guy who is extremely quiet and reserved in the best way possible. A guy who doesn't, his ego is non-existent. A guy who doesn't boast about his abilities and kind of the success he's having. And it's been that way through since 2023, since the day I met him. He's learned so much from the greats that came before him, Isaiah, Pat, all those guys, and has waited for his moment. He's everything you want and a human being, really. A guy whose humility stands out above anything. He's obviously very talented, but his humility and his work ethic, like I said, I drive by that facility every single day, and there's really not a time that his vehicle isn't there. And he doesn't flaunt it and doesn't boast about it. He just does his job, and he does it very well. And so a friend, a lifelong friend that I have in Hank, somebody I respect, I look up to in his humility and the way he carries himself, and just excited to finish the year out with him as a friend, as a teammate, as a brother, and excited for all the success he's having. Nobody's surprised.
Did that connection?
We one more after this one.
Did that connection click in the summer? Like go to another level, or was
Bob.
it the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
When did that really take off?
Yeah, we had some good things last season. Obviously, I didn't have any doubts about his game at all. Just Pat and Zachary were big time players, and were the alphas that last year. And Hank obviously did great things and had a lot of confidence in him. But knew coming into this year he was a fourth-year guy, returner, played a lot of snaps, and he kind of stepped into a leadership role that was very unique. His voice was heard a lot every single day. Starting in January and really in spring ball. We made a lot of plays together, and day after day after day, he showed up, and we just kept on stacking days. We had built a lot of things in the past 2 years, but he's consistently just gotten better, more confident, and somebody I can trust, who sees the field well, who's savvy, who is very dependable, and nobody's surprised about his success, and he's a baller.
Luke, last one things. 2 weeks ago, you had the long bus ride late at night,
Right.
and from Indiana.
Yeah.
Today, 2 hours, you're gonna have a 2-hour bus ride. Tell me the difference between those two moves.
Yeah, it's a pretty good inversion of feelings, that's for sure. To be sick, frustrated, the worst possible feeling imaginable. Playing football, coming home on that bus, defeated, man. Just it was an ugly feeling for sure. And just the true success is the way we reacted to it, the way we maximized the next day. We moved on, we learned from it. There's wins and losses, but really I think it's wins and you learn. You got to learn from those little things and to move forward. Because the next Saturday is going to come, whether you maximize it or not, and nobody really cares. You got to go do your job. So, I'm looking forward to just laughing and hugging and being around my teammates in a completely different feeling. We don't take it for granted, for sure. We never take winning for granted. Something my dad always taught me, and not going to do that for sure. So we love the feeling. We hate losing, and it's a pretty cool inversion of kind of the 2 road games that we've had of defeat. A lot of bad stuff going on that road, the last road game, and a lot of good. But we got to learn from this one too. A lot to get better at, that's for sure.